Welcome back, and in episode 154, I take the 2025 Scott Addict RC20 out on a fair serious ride in the hills where the 6.8 kilo beast was absolutely designed to slaughter. We also do a few little climbs up Crystal Brook and a few other hills with two mates visiting from Singapore, Mark and Jerran, flatlanders who might hate Lance and I after today's ride, but who cares? It's all about the Scott today, right? I also test to see how the Scott handles itself down hills, so without further ado, let's go. This is the Scott Addict RC20, and as you can see, it looks good, but it's also shockingly light. Ultegra Di2 with upgraded Ascent Zenith wheels, which brought the weight down by a fair bit. So as you see it with everything on here, pedals and all that stuff, it's 6.8 kilos. That is pretty darn light. The original wheels that it comes with, the Syncross, are a lot heavier. So just to take note, Glen Parker Cycles sells this bike with these optional wheels as well, at I think pretty much the same price. So just walk into Parker's and have a look. So I've got the K-Edge computer mount on it, my IGP Sport computer. The wheels are the Zenith 44s, and these are really fast wheels and also at a very good price, like $1,600 Aussie. Okay, I've got one bottle cage on. The bottle cages don't come on the Scott, so I took one from at BMC and chucked it on. Now this bike is built like a climbing bike basically. It's not very aero. As you can see, they've tried to do what they can to make it aero, like putting a flap over there. Where my thumb is at is a removable bit where you can actually put a built-in light. So it's optional from Scott. Right here you can see the cranks, and this is an extra small, and the crank arms are 165 millimeters, so that is really good. I mean, if they're gonna build a small bike and then give you long cranks, that sucks, but these came stock with 165 mil cranks, so that's really good. It also came with a nice cassette. Everything is basically Ultegra. It doesn't come with pedals, of course. I put my 105 pedals on these, and they, well, 105 always works. Okay, the seat stays are drop seat stays, and that gives a little bit of comfort. This bike is basically lean and mean. There's also a lot of clearance for wider tires. I've got 28s on this one, and as you can see, there's lots of space. If you want, you can probably squeeze up to 32s in the front and rear, so that's not a problem. If you're using a slightly wider wheels, that's absolutely fine. You can see heaps of space over there, both front and back. One whole finger goes in, and that's about probably 10 mils on each side. So rest assured, wide tires for lots of comfort, absolutely fine. What else can I say about this bike? Well, it actually looks really sharp, and I loved the colorway of this bike as well. It's like a dark grayish kind of color, black gray, and it has a half matte, half gloss finish, which is really cool. It comes in a few different colorways, but well, that's enough about this bike. It's about 7,000 Aussie, as you see. So go into Parker's and, well, see if you can work out a discount. Hey, they ship internationally, so if you're watching from overseas, give them a call and they'll probably ship it out to you if you want to buy it. All right. Just at the Mount Henry Bridge, and we got guys from the WMCC, Waymaker Cycling Club guys there. They're going on a ride to Kings Park, which is kind of cool. I got Jarren, and we are going to going to the hills, riding the Scott today, so that's going to be pretty exciting. I'll give a lowdown on how this rides later on, but for now, welcome to Perth, Jerran.
Hello.
Yo, ready for some hills today?
Yeah. Hopefully it's not too tough.
Alright, how have you enjoyed Perth so far?
Amazing, good weather so far.
Enjoying the riding?
Nice spark connectors, or that's what you call it, PSP.
Yes, the PSP, so principal shared pathway. Yeah, just call it
Very
bike
nice,
path.
bike path. And the drivers are nice.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
patient,
good. Compare Singapore drivers to Perth drivers. What do you think?
Perth drivers are super patient. Relatively.
Okay. bike rides pretty smooth. It's a very, very light bike. I mean, out of the box without much modifications, just a change of wheels. It's like 6.8 kilos. Can't really complain with a bike that light. Handlebars are a little bit wider than I am used to. So it is like driving a bus. Stem's a little bit short, so the handling is a little bit twitchy. It is a size XS, but overall, very smooth ride, I can't complain. We're gonna go up to the hills today, see how this thing goes. Just going out with a heart rate meter, heart rate monitor, no power meter, but good fun. I've been using the goat nose tape to improve my breathing on the bike, and so can you. Breathe easy with 15% off your order using my code Velographer. Now back to the bike. If I hadn't looked down at the bike I was riding, I actually wouldn't have known it wasn't my BMC, except for the fact that the handlebars were actually pretty wide. So the comfort of this bike is absolutely spot on. If you like a softer ride, this is it. Seriously. Almost at Crystal Brook, or Tonkin Highway. I think these guys may suffer as will I. If you're not familiar with Crystal Brook Road, the climbs are 1.2 kilometers and elevation's pretty solid, so alright, we're gonna roll. To be very frank, a lot of the time when I go to the hills, I ask myself why I do this, because it is rather painful. I mean, you're huffing and puffing, your legs are crying out in pain, but when you get to the top and get to do the downhill, I guess that's all worth it, so we'll see about that today. I'm also really keen to see how this Scott Addict RC20 handles the hills. It's been very nimble, very smooth, accelerates really well. And I must say, subjective word, compliant, but it is very soft on the tail end. Doesn't mean that I lose power, but it's just comfortable. It's like sitting in a luxury car. True. We are at the base of Crystal Brook. How are you?
No good.
All good, okay.
No good.
Damn.
It's okay. 10 minutes.
So, if you're a quick climber, how quick can you get up?
Depends on how good you are, but I'd say 5 or 6 minutes is a good time.
Decent time.
Yeah.
If you're slower,
If you're slower, 9.
okay.
And if you're not so fast, 12.
All right.
But you'll get there in the end. Everybody does.
Jarren,
Yeah,
so your first proper Perth hill?
taking it easy. I don't know. We'll see once we get on the
We'll see.
hills. Yeah.
I suspect this guy's gonna fly up.
No, no, no.
Secret
I
motor.
will see. Secret motor that turn on 200 watts. All right.
Alright, on
Alright,
time, on
ready.
target.
On time, on target.
Yeah. OT, meet at the top.
Alright, no
When Lance
hurry.
says own time, on target, it worries me. His own time is like what time? Just whoop, go up. So I'm seriously torn between like trying to follow Lance's wheel versus capturing the agony of these two guys, which I think will be easier for me.
You don't have to go up.
Okay. Yeah, you can go on time, on target. I'll follow them.
That's okay, you guys can.
Oh, you guys
We'll
lead.
be the
Yeah,
support.
you guys lead. We'll Xiao from behind.
Yes. We need all the support we can get.
All right, here we go.
Go on.
Scott Addict RC Pro, it's time for you to perform. Can you take me up?
10 minutes, don't go too hard.
Small changing. Now, let's get back to the bike. So the bike feels comfortable. Yes, I know all this is subjective, but I'm trying to give you the best description that I can in my words on how I felt. So everything that I'm talking about would be in relation to the BMC SLR01 that I am currently riding, or my partner's Focus Izelco Max 8.9. So this bike, the Scott Addict RC20, first and foremost, it is really light. As I was going up the start of the hill, it actually felt pretty good, and I thought, wow, this is actually pretty cool. If I actually wanted to go full gas and hold on to Lance's wheel, I probably could. Now, one of the things that I want to mention again is the fact that this is an extra small bike, and it came with 40 centimeter handlebars, so a little bit wide. But then again, it's possibly also because of the whole UCI rule thing, which now has a 40 centimeter outer at the widest bit on the drops, and they allow the hoods to be in 28 centimeters instead of 32. So that's a good thing, but I still think it's too wide. But that's for a different video. We catch up with Mark here, and as I'm pedaling, I realized that I can actually spin. I thought that this bike came with 170mm cranks, but no, it's come with 165, and 165 for an extra small bike, that's absolute gold, because people who ride extra small size bikes aren't super tall at all. So the shorter cranks are really welcome, and I want to give Scott kudos for that. They put on the right cranks. Now, I was sitting behind Mark, and I was like, should I continue to ride with him? Because when you go a certain pace, you know, when you go a little bit too slow, it doesn't feel great. You got to go at your own pace, really. Mark is a big guy. I think he's close to about 100 kilos, so that's a lot of weight he's got to pull up. And this is when I look up in front, and Lance is gone, and Jerran is gone as well. So I try to up the pace, and when I tried to up the pace, the bike just moved. Now, I want you to know that I am not a climber. I'm not a pure climber. I'm more of a sprinter type. So in terms of climbs, I hate it when the gradient goes up. But this bike, it absolutely was flying up. The only thing that was restricting my speed would have been my legs or myself. I didn't want to go full gas today. Part of my training plan required something else the next day, then I didn't want to go all out and get all super sore. But I wanted to be able to try catch up to Jarren and maybe even Lance, who was really gone. I could see Jerran in the horizon, just a tiny speck, and I would try to lock my eyes on him and slowly push my way up. Wasn't pushing out heaps of power, and as you can see, I was also going a little bit slow. But the bike was slowly taking me closer and closer to Jerran. So, in terms of climbing, how does this bike handle? I stayed seated for most of the climb. And it was comfortable, it was fast, I could turn the pedals over easily, and the bike being 6.8 kilos, you expect it to be able to climb. One thing of note was that I could not discern any flex when I put the power down, which means that every single pedal stroke that you push literally goes straight down to your rear wheel, pushing you up and on. There's no flex, there's no wastage of energy with the frame flexing left and right, and that is really cool. They've designed this so well, and for a bike that's around 7,000 Aussie, I must tell you that it really does challenge the big brands out there, especially the expensive ones with the oversized bottom brackets and stuff like that. So just going up Crystal Brook itself, I was like, mate, if I had to buy a new bike all over again, I think I would probably be very happy with this bike. The shifting of the Ultegra system is so good, and I would find out later on. I mean, the shifting up and down is like Dura Ace. If I didn't look down, if I didn't know, well, I would have thought I was riding my own BMC with different handlebars and with Dura Ace on. Now, the difference between Dura Ace and Ultegra in terms of performance is literally negligible. I know there is some weight as well, but the weight difference is also hardly anything. I got Jerran in my sights there, and but I ran out of road. I couldn't catch him. I think if we continued on a little bit longer, I would have caught him. But kudos Jerran. Well done going up Crystal Brook. Good effort. Very proud of you, mate.
Well done. Well done.
That's no problem.
Good time? Alright. Crystal Brook. Always so painful. But always so good once you reach the top. Almost caught Jarren there. I think I hung back with Mark for a little bit too long. He's still coming up. Whew. Well, this bike was really smooth. Once again, no complaints, it just went. The only thing that was not great were my legs. Let's catch up with Jarren, see how he felt. First time you're sweating in Perth?
Yeah,
How's this climb, man?
proper climb. It's the first proper climb in Perth.
How do you compare it to Mount Faber?
Longer and steeper, I think. I haven't done much Faber though, so I can't really compare.
Good effort up there. I almost caught you.
Almost.
Almost.
You gave me a chance.
I hung back with Mark for a bit too long.
Yeah. You definitely would have caught me.
Well, I think when you look at this video next time, you'll remember the hurt and the joy.
Yeah.
It's a good view.
Yeah. Amazing view from here.
Oh, well done. Well done. How did you feel coming up, man? Put it in words, put it in words.
Can't wait to leave Perth.
What? What? And go where? Sydney?
More hills there.
Sydney, more hills than Sydney.
We took the left turn up to Melaleuca Road off Velographer Road, and Jarren was just enjoying the views. Very different from Singapore. As you can see, a nice climb up there. Not the longest climbs, but these are really nice climbs with nice open roads with great views overlooking Perth City. So if you get a chance, hit up Welshpool, chuck a left on Melaleuca, go up and enjoy the ride. The roads are nice and smooth too.
One thing I'm super impressed with is the Ultegra 12-speed Di2. I used the Dura Ace version. I can't tell the difference. The shifting on the front is so clean and crisp and quick. I thought it was Dura Ace. Shifting at the back as well, snappy and accurate. This bike is a whole lot of bike for the price.
The Scott was really starting to grow on me. It was super comfortable, looked good, rides well uphill. All we needed to do is just test it downhill, and we'll do that after the break.
As with all good rides, you always need the cafe stop. Mason and Bird's a great place, great coffee, good cakes, and overall very nice vibes. What are you gonna get? Coffee?
Yeah, second coffee.
Croissant?
I'll have to look.
What's on the menu for you?
None of these. None of these alcohol.
Check out these cookies.
Good old Mark needed a good break and a refresh, recharge with food. I enjoyed my peanut butter cookie there. Now, after that, we went towards the Zig Zag Scenic Lookout, and the trip from Kalamunda to the Zig Zag Scenic Lookout would have a beautiful descent, and that's where we'd test the Scott for the first time downhill.
Alright, mid-ride interview!
Alright.
How's the ride been so far?
Just a chill ride. Amazing view. Amazing coffee.
We're gonna go down the zigzag. What are you expecting?
I'm not sure. I'm not expecting anything.
Okay.
Hope it'll be a nice descent.
After the zigzag, we'll ask you again.
Okay.
This is the start of the descent towards the Zig Zag Scenic Lookout. And if you haven't done this descent to the lookout before and descended down the zigzag, it is a very, very nice ride. Being the host rather, I decided I would stay behind to basically get nice B-roll footage. So when Jarren went and Lance went, I decided, yep, I'll go, but I wouldn't overtake Jarren. Jarren did pretty well, considering that he is not familiar with these roads at all. And so when Lance decided to go ahead, well, I couldn't go and pull him back, could I? I needed to get some footage of Jarren. That's my excuse. Anyway, back to the handling of the bike. This Scott handles really, really well downhill, and the handling comes down to two different things. So the geometry of the bike, which allows you to, well, which affects your center of gravity. Because when you're descending, when you're going fast, you need to feel planted on the bike. And so I felt, number one, I felt really planted. Number two, the wheel set, the upgraded wheel set, the Ascent Zenith 44s, were absolutely perfect. They rolled fast, aerodynamic, spun up really quick. And these wheels are also pretty darn light, like 1.3 kilos with rim tape on. And for, I think, around about $1,600. So really good value for money, really fast, not affected by winds pretty much at all. So it's designed well, so aerodynamic, lightweight, stable. And that's one of the things that Ascent really prides itself in, making wheels that are stable, because they've got this thing that says confidence is speed. So if you feel confident, you're not get blown around, you can actually go faster without feeling worried. Anyway, I want to just leave you guys with some footage of Jarren's backside as we descend to the lookout. With this very first hairpin turn, we enter the Zig Zag Scenic Lookout. Now, it is one way going downhill most of the day. There are certain hours where that gate is closed and people are allowed to ride up. So please don't ride the other way outside of the hours. It's clearly printed on signs and it's for safety. Also, once the gate is open at the top, it means that cars are going down, so you don't want to be going up the other way. Right after exiting from the Zig Zag Scenic Lookout, we chuck a left on the Crystal Road back towards the bike path. And this is where you can actually hit speeds of like 65, 70 plus Ks an hour. We're going fast, and I tell you, this bike handled really well, super impressive. I think overall, if I was to score this bike out of 5, so in terms covering things like value, looks, componentry, performance, uphills and downhill and on the flats, I will give this like a 4.5 out of 5. Literally nothing I can really fault it on it at all, except for the fact that perhaps the bike is an aero, but then again, it's not even designed as an aero bike. It looks smart. The Zenith wheels that are upgraded look amazing as well. Looks amazing from the front, from the side, from the back. I really love this bike. It's too bad I've got to return it very soon.
Alright, it's time to tell me how the zigzag was.
It's a solid view and a zigzag route.
Did you enjoy the descent too, the zigzag?
Just before the zigzag,
Yeah.
oh my god, that was a nice descent. I was trying to chase lanes, but
Too quick.
too quick, and I got to brake a bit. It's too
Yeah, I
sketchy
know.
for me.
You kept feathering the brakes, man. I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I didn't dare to lean in too much on the corners.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's ride, man.
Bobby's awesome, man.
It was a pleasure riding with you. Thanks.
Yeah, same here. Thanks for the ride.
Thank you.
We have come to the end of this video review of the Scott Addict RC20, and I hope you really enjoyed it. It was super exciting for me having the opportunity to actually ride this bike, review it, and share my thoughts with you guys in a video. How good is that? I hope to be doing this a lot more. Big shout out to Glen Parker Cycles, who have actually sponsored this this bike to let me ride and review. I know the review is basically subjective, but these are my thoughts. I've tried to be as honest and as descriptive as possible, and I hope that you have appreciated it. Now, my final thoughts about this bike. Now, it looks smart. It's got a two-piece cockpit. I think the first thing that I would do if I bought this bike, I would swap out the handlebars to the Ascend Aero bars, because I absolutely love them. They're super fast, they look good, and just, yeah, it just fits the look of this bike, hey? Now, these wheels as well, I absolutely love them. The Zenith 44s, they're great all-rounder wheel, and another great thing is that they are also the deepest junior legal wheel here in Australia that you can actually find. So juniors, if you're looking for a fast wheel, these wheels are for you. For masters riders or elite age group riders, this is a really good set of wheels for pretty much anything. On the flats, on the climbs, downhills, it's a great set at a great price as well. Ascent has a really good customer service history, and you can't go wrong if you get it from Glen Parker Cycles as well. They're always really, really good. Comes with Ultegra Di2, can't complain about the group set. It's a full Ultegra group set, by the way. All you got to do is just slap some pedals on. I wish it came with a power meter, but for what you're paying with, no power meter, that's fine. Anyways, that is the end. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.